Hi, Stan the Annuity Man here, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, the top independent agent in the country, and I'm proud of that because we do it right. We only sell contractual guarantees. The will do, not might do. The will do are the contractual guarantees. The might do, which we do not look at all, which is the hypothetical, theoretical, back-tested, projected, hopeful agent return scenarios. We don't do any of that, just contractual guarantees. Now, we're doing this series on how to buy an annuity. And people are loving it. Now, today's topic is how much money should you put in? Which is a good question. It's a loaded question. Never ask that to any other agent advisor except me, because you know what they're going to say. Well, I think you should put it all in there, Mr. Jones. Chester. No. You have to be pragmatic about that. And you have to understand, and you're doing the digging now, I applaud you. You're watching YouTube videos on annuities, for goodness sakes. You're digging in, you're researching, you're trying to find out the truth. You hear all this noise and all this nonsense. You want the facts. You've come to the right place. We're going to cover how much money you should put into an annuity after this. All right, so we're back. How much money should you put into an annuity? Let's be very clear. After me and you talk, after you go through all of the quotes and all that stuff, you might decide, and I might decide, that an annuity is not for you, and I will tell you that. I promise you, I will tell you that. But how much money should you put in? It really depends on your goals. And remember that, I just did a how to buy an annuity. We covered all the questions. Two of those questions are important, that I covered, which is, what do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? What that does is that filters out all annuity types except for maybe one or two, and then we could start quoting those specific types of annuities to see if that's what you need and if that fits your goals. Now, we can do it a couple ways. You can say, hey, Stan, here's the lump sum. How much contractual guarantees will be produced by that? Or you can say, hey, let's do a reverse engineer quote. You can put in the amount that you're trying to solve for, and then we can do the reverse engineer quote and find out the carrier that requires the least amount of money to contractually solve for that number and for that goal. Now, so how much money do you put in? You got to keep in your mind as little as possible, but we have to achieve the contractual goal that you have in mind. So obviously, we need to talk one-on-one, and we need to go through the specifics of what you're trying to achieve. Now, the annuity industry weighs in on this pretty heavily, and legally, they really don't want you to put more than 50% of your investable assets, that's non-home, like investable assets, liquid money, stock market money, that type of money, into an annuity or annuities of any type. So if you have someone's already sold you 7 annuities. I don't know why you didn't use me. Maybe you didn't know me by then. But anyway, someone sold you 7 annuities, and it's like 52% of your portfolio right now, then you really don't need to buy any more annuities. So, the answer of how much money should you put in is irrelevant because you've already kind of maxed out that slot, that allocation, that non-correlated asset. Now, I know there's a lot of agents and advisors you might have talked to that want to take your entire amount of money and put it into annuity. They cannot legally do that unless they mess with the application. If they mess with the application, they should lose their license. But that's the way the annuity industry looks at it. They say, hey, we don't want you to put more than 50% of your money in annuities. So how much money should you put in? It really comes down, once again, to your specific goals. If it's a multi-year guarantee annuity, you just want to protect the principal and get an interest rate. You might not want to peel off that interest. You just might want to protect the principal. Then it's up to you from the standpoint of how much in proportion to put in. But a lot of this comes down to lifetime income, whether you're using an immediate annuity, a deferred income annuity, a qualified longevity annuity contract, or an income rider. You can go to my site at theannuityman.com, run quotes on all of those, and do reverse engineer quotes as well to solve for that specific situation. But when you get to that point, then it's time for me and you to talk one-on-one to see if you're going in the right direction. And also, too, and this is very, very important, when you talk about how much money you want to put in, we also have to talk about where that money's coming from. Is it coming from an IRA? Is it coming from a traditional IRA? Is it coming from a 401k? Is it coming from a 403b? Is it coming from a Roth IRA? Is it coming from just a checking or savings account? That's a big deal, because that's when I need to be talking to you and say, okay, In my opinion, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, been doing this forever. I've seen that annuity rodeo that you're at. I believe that you should be using these assets, and this is the reason why. Or you should be using your IRA assets, and this is the reason why. That's key as well, and that's a big part of how much money should I put in. The addition to that question is how much money should I put in, and where should that money come from? What account type? IRA, non-IRA, Roth IRA, 401k. Where should I take that money, Stan the Annuity Man? Where does it benefit me? Where does it benefit my family and my kids and my beneficiaries the most? And I can help you with that. Want to let you know that these books, these annuity owners manuals that I've written, I will send them to you for free and under no obligation. We will ship them in a gold full package that looks like Willy Wonka delivered it to your door. It'll be fantastic. But I do encourage you to get these at theannuityman.com, where you can also use our proprietary calculators, see our live feed of the best MIGA rates, etc. But I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video. Hey, before that, hit the subscribe button. See you soon.